GTA 6 is about to make an absolutely stupid amount of money, billions, before the game is even out. But here's the weird part. Even with pre-orders live and the cash pouring in, there's a real reason to ask if this thing could still get delayed. Again. Stick with me to the end, because that question ties into something way bigger than a release date, and I'll show you exactly why it's even on the table. Let's get into it. The money. Start with the number you've seen everywhere. $3 billion. Real talk first. That exact claim, $3 billion, 39 million pre-orders in a day, came from one tweet, one account, no proof. Rockstar and Take-Two haven't dropped a single official number, and fact checkers have flagged it. So those $3 billion confirmed thumbnails? Nobody actually confirmed that. Don't buy it. But the real numbers are almost as crazy. One report says GTA 6 pulled in over $1 billion in pre-orders in the first hour. Not day, hour. Take-Two's stock jumped the second pre-orders opened, and the analysts who predict this stuff for a living think it could hit $3 billion in day one sales and move over 40 million copies. So the tweet's number isn't confirmed, but it's basically where the experts think this lands anyway. For context, GTA 5 made $815 million in a single day back in 2013. That beat the opening weekend of Avengers Endgame. A video game beat a Marvel movie, and GTA 6 is built to smash that record. This isn't a game launch. It's a money printer with a release date. Where's Trailer 3? So the money's rolling in, marketing's officially live, and here's what threw everyone off. When pre-orders opened, we got the cover art, a bunch of new screenshots, the price, the Ultimate Edition, and zero new gameplay. No Trailer 3, which is strange, right? You'd think you'd drop fresh gameplay the same day to ride the hype. That's exactly what they did with Red Dead 2. But here's my read on why they didn't, and honestly, it's kind of genius. They got the bad news out of the way first. The $80 price, the no-disc thing, all the stuff people were going to argue about. If they dropped a jaw-dropping gameplay trailer and the $80 no-disc news on the same day, the price is all anyone talks about. So instead, they let the money stuff land on its own, let it settle. And now they've got a clean runway to drop gameplay later and make everyone forget they were ever mad. So, when's Trailer 3? My honest guess, and this is a guess because predicting Rockstar is a fool's errand, we're probably a month or two out, maybe August. They're heads down finishing the game, and they're clearly not in a rush to show more. And hold on to that heads down finishing the game part, it matters later. Is a physical edition coming later? Now the thing that made people the most upset. No disc. The physical copy is just a box with a download code in it. Collectors hate it, and I get why. But here's where it gets interesting, because the reports flat out disagree. The Hollywood Reporter says there are no plans for a physical edition. But Tom Henderson at Insider Gaming reported the opposite, that a retailer heard from Rockstar support a physical release is coming, just months after launch, maybe December or later. So grade this as reports conflict, nothing's confirmed. But here's why a delayed physical version actually makes total sense. Go digital first, and Rockstar can keep polishing the game right up to the final hour. Patch it the night before launch if they want. But a disc? You have to print that thing weeks ahead. Lock it in early. So launching digital now and pressing discs later isn't a scam. It's them buying themselves every last day of development. Which again, file that away, because it points at the same thing the trailer delay does. This game is being worked on hard, right up to the wire. The trial. Okay, here's the bigger thing I promised, and it's got nothing to do with discs or trailers. It's about the people making the game. I'm going to report this straight, both sides, no spin. Back in late October 2025, Rockstar fired 34 workers, 31 in the UK, 3 in Canada, right before announcing GTA 6's delay to November 2026. And the story splits in two. Rockstar says they were fired for leaking confidential info in a public forum, and they've said flat out, claims this was about the union are entirely false and misleading. The union says the opposite. They say every one of those workers was in a private, invite-only chat for union organizing. Nothing leaked, all of it legal. And their kicker, the workers had just hit the number needed to officially form a union. 2 days later, fired. Who's right? A court decides that. And here's where it stands, all confirmed. The workers first asked to get their jobs back while the case plays out. The court said no. But then it flipped. The workers want to argue Rockstar kept a secret list of union members to target them. Rockstar tried to get that thrown out, and the court said no, it stays in. So everything goes to a full trial. And here's the collision. That trial runs September to mid-October 2026. The game launches November 19th. So the biggest release in gaming history drops about a month after its own studio finishes defending itself in court. This isn't small either. Protests hit Edinburgh, London, Paris, and New York. Over 220 current Rockstar staff signed a letter demanding their co-workers get reinstated. It reached UK Parliament. The Prime Minister called it a deeply concerning case. To be clear, these are accusations. The trial hasn't happened. Rockstar denies everything, and nobody's been found guilty. But the case is real, the ruling is real, and the timing is real. So, could it actually delay again? Which finally answers the question from the title. Could GTA 6 slip again? Let me be straight, because I'm not here to fearmonger. Right now, everything official points to November 19th. The date's locked, pre-orders are live, preload is dated for November 12th, and Take-Two's entire financial year is built on this game shipping on time. After taking millions in pre-order money, a delay would be a nightmare for them. So the smart money says it launches on schedule. But here's why the question is even fair to ask. 1. It's been delayed before. Originally 2025, then May 2026, now November. This game slipping isn't hypothetical, it's the pattern. 2. Reports say the team is in a brutal crunch right now, still grinding to get it finished, which lines up with everything we just talked about, the delayed trailer, the last-minute digital-first strategy. This game is being pushed right to the wire. And 3. The one nobody connects. The single biggest risk to a launch like this isn't code, it's people. A studio in the middle of a labor storm, firing staff, heading to court, with over 200 employees publicly angry at management. That's the exact environment where a giant, crunch-heavy project can wobble. So no, there's no confirmed delay. But the thing that could threaten this date isn't a bug or a missed feature. It's the same thing the workers are fighting about, the question. And that's where it all ties together. On one side, a game about to make billions from what Take-Two's own CEO calls the most valuable franchise in all of entertainment. On the other, 34 people fired, a union-busting trial, a team reportedly in serious crunch, and, the union's own point, a company that's taken more than £440 million in UK tax breaks. Record money on one side, the people who built it on the other. And if Rockstar pushes to hit that November date no matter what, it's the workers who pay for it. So here's my honest question, and I actually want your answer, not mine. When a company's about to make this much money, does the game come first, or do the workers? Can it be both? I'm not telling you what to think. The facts are the facts. Both sides had their say, and the court handles the rest. But the fairness part, that's on us to talk about. So there it is. GTA 6 heading for the biggest launch in history. A delay that probably won't happen, but isn't crazy to ask about. and a studio walking into court the same autumn it walks into record profits. Tell me where you land. Do you think it holds the November date? And game first or workers first? Drop it in the comments and let's actually talk it out. I'll keep this one updated. The trial runs September to October, so when there's a real verdict, you'll get it here, straight. Subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss it. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.